I am back. I am back for more. Was the this one doesn't have the speed gun on it. The other one they do, but let's see what is trending. Let's see what's up right now. Trending shorts. The Yoshi Nugget Island. Oh man, like Mario. Mission Impossible: The Fat Reckoning. Tom Cruise. Okay. I would be down to watch that. I watched a couple Mission Impossible movies. They're pretty fun. Let's see, don't do this at home. Possible.
315 million years ago, the Earth looked like Yoshi, eating a chicken nugget. That's why the places that we today call New Mexico and Colorado are so often referred to as ancient Yoshi Nugget Land by me, to myself when I'm alone. I also love this place. I call it Never Eat Soggy Waffles Alone Point. This is the only point on Earth's surface that you can go to from which no one will be permanently living directly to your north, east, south, or west. I also want to talk about Earth's Hedberg points. No international court has ever recognized them because I just made them up yesterday. They're based on a joke that the late Mitch Hedberg used to tell. In the joke, he describes buying a map to put on his wall so he can stick a pin in all the locations he visits. Unfortunately, he laments, he's going to have to visit the top two corners of the map first so it doesn't fall down. Well, Mitch, R.I.P. this. If you want to use two pins to stick a typical cylindrical map projection onto your wall in the usual way, these are the two places you'll have to visit first. And I think, Mitch, we should name them after
Sauce.
you. 315 million years ago, the
Ring around the rosy apart.
Excuse me, sir, who are you? We don't seem to recognize your face.
It's me. I own the phone.
Again, sir, we don't detect the proper facial features.
Stop calling me Zer. It's a nose strip. It's for sleeping.
I see.
So you recognize me now, right?
Sir, I can't allow this. You're gonna have to type in your password.
Are you kidding? It's me. Open your eyes.
No, it's against policy.
Can I ask you something?
What's that?
When I start typing, you're not gonna randomly unlock my phone because you finally recognize my face, right?
Zer.
Because you do that every single time.
Sir, you can be safely assured that this far into identification, it's a necessity for you to type in your password.
Right, so I'm not gonna waste my time with this, right?
Of course not.
At the very least, this far into it, you might as well let me unlock it with my password.
Sir, absolutely. We would never want this to be a big waste of time.
Okay. 4.
Oh, I recognize you, sir. Go right ahead.
I'm switching to Android.
Excuse me, sir, who are you? We don't seem to recognize your face.
It's me. I own the phone.
Again, sir, we don't detect the proper facial features.
Stop calling me Zer. It's a nose strip. It's for sleeping.
I see.
So you recognize me now, right?
Sir, I can't allow this. You're gonna have to type in your password.
Are you kidding? It's me. Open your eyes.
No, it's against policy.
Can I ask you something?
What's that?
When I start typing, you're not gonna randomly unlock my phone because you finally recognize my face, right?
Sir.
Because you do that every single time.
Sir, you can be safely assured that this far into identification, it's a necessity for you to type in your password.
Right, so I'm not
man.
gonna waste my time with this, right?
Of course not.
At the very least, this far into it, you might as well let me unlock it with my password.
Sir, absolutely. We would never want this to be a big waste of time.
Okay. 4.
Oh, I recognize you, sir. Go right ahead.
I'm switching to Android.
Push up, touch the shoulder, push up, touch the shoulder, push up, touch the knee, push up, touch the knee, push up, touch the foot, push up, touch the foot, push up, swing,
I'm
toe touch,
sorry,
push.
iPhone users, but I love Android. I can many people can get hurt about it, but ooh, I'll be looking into this stuff right now. Okay,
Push up, swing, toe touch, push up, Mike Tyson, push up,
Mike Tyson.
crawl up, squat, that's 1 rep. Push up, touch the shoulder, push up, touch the shoulder, push up, touch the knee, push up, touch the knee, push up, touch the foot, push up, touch the foot, push up, swing, toe touch, push up, swing, toe touch, push up, Mike Tyson, push up, crawl up, squat, that's 1 rep. Push
Stop. Put your phone on the ground. Put your hand in the air. On your waist? Yeah, okay. Turn around. Stop. Put your phone on the ground.
I've been to days. That's not. I hear
Put
that
your
song. It's crazy because even a lot of people on the social medias, they use that now. Oh man, I don't know what people's minds are sometimes, but okay. I feel my buddy. Lovely. Okay. I feel like I got some viewers, maybe some things, but oh, it's just for my schools. So, let me log in. Maybe people are. I'll be. Oh man, I picked my nose. It's not okay. Be on the. Yeah, I gotta have. Oh, actually, heck, I'll do a voice call. See, we're gonna have guests. If there is a guest, I always call people. Oh, oh, actually, oh, mm, I don't know what to say. If he answers back, I'll see what he says. Oh man, you got things to do. Yeah, man, it happens like that, guys. But wait, what's going on? Oh yeah, I am live. Yeah. Hey, if you're watching the video, would you be actually? Wait, you're watching the video, are you not, man? Um, mm, did you want to do something, man? You're hearing me right now. We'll do something, something. Are you still gonna do something? Hey, this is more than being productive. I can chill. I'm relaxed. I am at least doing some action and ah I'm aware of that. Uh,
Oh my goodness, Peyton, you should try this.
After missing a few shots, Kobe realized that he wasn't off, but the rim was off. In 2009, the Lakers were shooting around before a game, but something was off. Kobe was missing more than usual. No one else thought anything was wrong, but Kobe knew he didn't miss this much. So he went and told the officials that the rim was off by exactly a quarter of an inch. For reference, this is what a quarter of an inch looks like. The officials checked, and it turned out the rim was actually a quarter of an inch too small. So they fixed the height, and Kobe started making every shot. After missing a few shots, Kobe realized that he wasn't off, but the rim was off. In 2009, the Lakers were shooting around before a game, but something was off. Kobe was missing more than usual. No one else thought anything was wrong, but Kobe knew he didn't miss this much. So he went and told the officials that the rim was off by exactly a quarter of an inch. For reference, this is what a quarter of an inch looks like. The officials checked, and it turned out the rim was actually a quarter of an inch too small. So they fixed the height, and Kobe started making every shot. After missing Missing a few shots,
I don't
Kobe
know. I
realized
look
that
like
he
a
wasn't off,
Buddhist
but
right
the
now.
rim was off. In
Oh, the haircut.
2009, the Lakers were shooting around before a game, but something was off. Kobe was missing more than usual. No one else thought anything was wrong, but Kobe knew.
Alright.
Did you bring in a picture? Yeah, I did, Pat.
These are famous.
Oh no. What else is trending? Since we got the funny crowd in here, I'm not looking at some memes. But at least I'm live streaming that. I'm not just saying it, I'm doing it. Oh no, I'm looking at things that we can watch right now. What's trending? What trending shorts? We already saw the trending shorts. There's nothing. Oh, I was looking into this. Something caught my attention. Oh,
We've got to find the rest of our friends, and I need your help, okay?
I'll do anything for you.
I'm not going there. Well, there's an animation.
Love.
But you know what happens when I start looking at fat. Sugar Ray Johnson is in the chat. Whoa! Everybody shout out to Sugar Ray Johnson! Woo! Sugar Ray Johnson! Dude, it's our real life equivalent of Eddie P. No, guys, this guy is creepy. Oh my goodness, I want to go to this channel. Let's go check this man now. Since years ago, dude, it's me. All right, I'm. This guy is creepy. Again, we have a Sugar Ray Johnson. Oh my.
Oh, motherfucker!
What am I watching here? So sorry, you're not gonna hang out. You're gonna enjoy this. I wanna go to this channel. Yeah, I have to tell him. Dude, it's me. Enjoy the show, This guy is. Yeah, I'm going for that. I'm going for that for that monkey look. So yeah, that's the reason you see I'm looking like a mob. I also like a criminal. Where are my glasses though? I was looking for my I'll be back because I need those glasses. There you go. I need to speak facts. Not only that, I'm not worth the vocab. I forgot the glasses. Ah, but I still have the vocab. Mother. Yes. Okay, there we go. Woo! It's time to go bobbles. Ah, oh yeah, this is more content for my fellers. You see, you gotta. What the heck? Now, okay, chat. I am going bald right now. Look at this. This is Diddy Party Respect. Yeah, Kerberos. Um, I think there is a party right now. You see, guys need to start working on yourselves. Start going to the fucking gym and stop taking coke. Okay, I'm glad we have viewers now. Let's keep reacting though. This is what makes this fun. Bro.
Motherfucker!
What the is this? That isn't. Ooh. What the heck? What is going on?
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief.
All right, I should come back. You have to get the glasses. You have to be the ball. Okay. You see, I'm here to speak about facts. Where are my glasses? Where are my original glasses? I think I have them here. Well, I can't find them, so I'll have to use them. So, facts, boys. You have to be hustling. You have to get a lot of work done. And you have to stop simping and actually get something done. You know, you have jobs, you have to pay rents, you have to pay things. Deal with it. Because nothing's going to change how you run life, you know. Except, I don't know. Maybe you stop doing things that are not going to help you out. And you start getting things that you know are going to get it. It's okay. We can have parties. We can have all that. We can have fun. We can hang out. We can do things. But always be sure that it is really something that is worth it and convenient. And make sure that because I know a lot of people have free time. So, what do you say? So I had people looking into my chats earlier. I wonder who was that other people. Okay. Let's look at this. There's some weird thing going on with the tape. With the pieces.
Minimum payments could literally keep you in debt for decades. $10,000.
I'm curious to see what this is.
Yes. Sorry, that sun is blessing this video. Look at this. Look at that lens flare.
Yeah.
Coming to the rescue.
He's opening the Bible.
Best YouTuber in the world here. I know how to film videos. Good quality. I've been a dad now for a year and a half, and I thought I want to share my infinite wisdom. The thing is, when you become a parent, you're sort of forced to become an expert. No matter if you're qualified or not. Yeah. You have no choice. Learn everything there is to know. And people always ask me questions about Björn, what it's like to be a dad, and I thought, okay, here we go. I make a video. So I asked you guys on YouTube, and the most pressing question, the number one thing people...
You know one thing that this guy has over all of you boys? This guy has a family. This guy has a wife. You guys are still looking for relationships. I don't see it, except for there is only one group member that is still doing that, but other than that...
Wanted answer. When will Björn host meme review?
Baby John.
As soon as he can speak. As soon as he knows what a meme is. I guarantee it. When is Björn gonna conquer Norway? This is good. This is good questions. This is actually why I wanted to make this video. First, we will have to infiltrate Stockholm City, cast out the Bernadottes, rule Björn as King of Sweden, manipulate people subtly through jokes that will then become real, like I'm doing now. Or am I? Honest answer, just walk. Just walk into Norway. What are they gonna do? They'll be like, hey, you cannot come here. And be like, shut the fuck up. And they'll be like, oh, sorry, bro. Sorry about that. Oil now. Oh, sorry, here you go. What am I gonna do? Fight back? I'm Norway. As always, I'm super proud to sponsor items I actually use. And Saily, I'm a huge fan. Saily is an eSIM service. It's basically like a SIM card, but electronically.
This is the type of edit that my channel kind of needs too. I'm not gonna lie. Oh.
Why is this not a thing already? I mean, it is now. A few weeks ago, I went to travel in Switzerland. For me, from Japan, it's a long trip. The last thing I want to do after going through customs, getting my luggage, everyone's tired. I don't want to stand in line to sign up, to get a Wi-Fi dongle, write down my info. Hey, you have to return it to this place at this time, otherwise we're gonna kill you. I hate it. A lot of times I don't even go for the Wi-Fi because I'm like, I don't want to stand in line. I'll just connect to Wi-Fi. And then I spend half the trip just like desperately looking for Wi-Fi in different places. It's terrible. It sucks. It sucks. Now there's Saily. It works amazing. You can even sign up before the trip so you're prepared and covered as you land. With 160 countries to choose from, same account for everyone. I signed up before my Switzerland trip. As soon as I landed, I turned it on. Boom, I was connected. Even while going through customs. I know you're not supposed to use your phone there, but it's that easy. You can choose how much data you need. I use 2 gigabytes out of 10, so yeah, download Saily. You won't regret it. Trust me, this is an amazing service. If it doesn't work on your phone, 100% refund, 24/7 support, works on Android and iOS, and with my discount code PewDiePie, you get 15% off. So make sure you use that as well for the best pricing. You can use the QR code as well. So download Saily now. Thank you, Saily, for sponsoring this video, and thank you for making my life. Felix, do you think it will be challenging for Bjorn to learn foreign languages? My child struggled with speech. How are you planning to navigate raising Bjorn in a multilingual
Raising Bjorn multilingual environment.
Again, as a parent, you're forced to learn everything. I don't know what the best method is, but I think Bjorn is not the only child in the world with parents that speak different languages. Usually what people do, and that is proven to work, is that I'll speak Swedish to Bjorn, Martse will speak Italian to Bjorn, maybe we'll speak English together at some points. Then he can learn after sounding like, according to myself, as a child, of course, and now as an adult.
LegalZoom makes it simple to start an LLC in 3 easy steps. Your business names are as close as your fingertips.
So here's another question. Do you let Bjorn watch Cocomelon? The answer is genuinely no. I think it's really shitty animation. If you have to let your kids watch something, there are so many more productive and better things out there. And I know the whole Cocomelon feud or whatever is like a one-sided meme. It was a joke mainly, but I genuinely think it's really bad kids content and they should not be watching it. Sorry, Cocomelon, for being so real. Will you teach Bjorn how to...
Cocomelon. I don't like Cocomelon either. That thing is more brain rot than brain rot itself. Okay, we're gonna watch that. Oh, I did not know that. What the fuck? Is this reactions? What is this called? Yeah, Cocomelon.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the
Look at that. Those faces. I'm legit. I not only feel afraid for the children, I'm afraid for the adults, for everyone. This is content that encourages poor behavior. Oh my goodness.
go round and round. The signals on the horn.
Oh man, look at that! It's horrible! This is horrible! Oh, I don't like this. Oh man, I just got home. Go home, so I'm going back there now for the next 2 hours to finish up the stuff I want. I'm not gonna get to work till tomorrow. Figure Ray Johnson. That'll be funny. Probably some AI.
Play Minecraft. Now this is the real stuff. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Minecraft.
Yes.
Woo!
Of course. One thing I realized as a parent is that it's very easy to have opinions.
Minecraft, even I agree with that. Minecraft is still one of the most popular games. I doubt it's ever gonna beat the test of time. It's beaten it already. What the heck? Okay, Sugar Ray Johnson. Yeah, Sugar Ray, you better behave.
About kids if you haven't experienced any trouble with them or had one for that matter. It's very easy to be principled and be like, no, a child should never play video games for more than 15 seconds. It's a very elaborate answer to this question, I realized. I think what I was getting at is that I'm cool with I can't wait to play games with Björn. I do think what I would do as a parent is teaching balance. I think that's very important, to enjoy many different things, not just spend your entire day playing video games. I think that's bad as a child, and I think that's bad as an adult. There's more to life, and you enjoy things more if you separate them.
I had the chance to play games. This computer can play games. I can spend all of my hours playing fucking games dedicated to something. Yes, I am cursing now. I'm not going to say the F, but I can say it. I can say effing because I rarely say that. It's not much of a curse, but I will curse if I have to. I'm not the same man who I said. I'm a person not that guy you think, but I'm the same way. I am the what the heck? What the heck?
What is the coolest thing Björn has done? Don't lie. Björn has done a lot of cool things. A few weeks ago, he learned how to high five. That was very cool. Honestly, like when you have your kid and it's born, it can't do anything. It's completely useless. But eventually it grows and you learn and it changes and adapts, and it's amazing to see it in front of you. Like, where do you?
By the way, this is the stuff you should always keep hidden from Sugar Ray. He claims to be a changed man. But look at it. Doesn't that profile, didn't that, what I just showed you guys, look like a picture of a man who would target innocent? That's great.
You see yourself in 5 to 10 years from now still.
We're looking at oh man, this is something you shouldn't show to your kids. Keep safe from anything that starts with the words E, D, and P, or Sugar Ray Johnson, because you know he has a Johnson.
Still in Japan, still doing YouTube, so long as you're enjoying Felix, please never stop. Your presence is wonderful influence on this community and seeing you grow for years. Thank you, love you. Thank you for the nice comment. I really struggle with this so much. For the past couple months, I've had major anxiety over this. It's just been looping in my head. Like, I have to think ahead now. Like, I have a child, I have to think ahead. Like, okay, what are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna stay? Are we gonna move back? Are we gonna, what's better for Björn? What's better for me? What's better for my family? What makes more sense? Like, it doesn't really make sense to live in Japan. Like, but we love it here, and it's been driving me crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's been really stressful, but I think I finally just let it go. I don't need to think 10 years ahead. I've never done that in my life. 20 years later. Okay, here's the question. I don't know.
Are you looking for a new fence or gate for your home or property? Type in your address and drop the red pins to create the perimeter of your.
Do anyone know that? Life is way too complicated to think like that, I think. It's good to have a plan, obviously, but I think it was genuinely just stressing me out and not anything productive coming out of it. And I think for now, Japan is wonderful. For a while, especially.
First of all, I'm so sorry. I am done reacting to things that are just plainly unfunny or cruel. I wouldn't say that. I don't like cringe things. Sometimes I do react to some stuff like that. I'm not gonna be doing that. Rather let Sugar Ray Johnson react to that.
In the beginning, I did not really enjoy the beginning of having a baby because there was not that much to do. A lot of early parents describe this feeling of like, before you find your footing, you're almost like roommates. It's like, okay, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. He would be awake so much during the night that we would have to like split our hours, and like we saw each other so the least we've ever done because of it. It's like we're living in different time zones. So I think that was really hard, but now that Björn is becoming more of a boy, it's just wonderful, and we are both so incredibly proud of Björn. And now we have this amazing thing that we have together, and we're sharing, and so much to look forward in the future. It's just like made us into a family, and that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I love it. Who usually gets up to 3 a.m. to attend to Björn? Usually his mom. try my best, okay? Honestly, like it depends, but we switch back and forth. So if someone has to do the night, then that person gets to sleep in, and so it kind of balances out. But yeah, my mama usually. What's it like developing your bond with Björn from when he was an infant to now? Yeah, all the like I don't know. It's like what the fuck? You're the oh, so how did you tackle these things? They're like I don't know. It's like what the fuck? You're the least helpful person. So ask someone that had a child recently. Can't say after bringing a baby into the world looks as beautiful as ever. I admire her. That's right. She's got that mom glow. More gorgeous than ever. I absolutely agree. How has your perspective on life changed since becoming a dad? How do you balance responsibilities and split tasks with mindset? You know, before having a kid, I always memed hating kids. It is kind of funny, like now I'm all of a sudden noticing other kids and I look at them and I'm like, they're so cute. And like you emphasize with other parents, like if I hear a baby crying, it's not annoying to me. I feel bad for the parents having to deal with it or whatever. And you try and help if you can. So it does change your perspective so much. How were you parented as a kid and what methods do you want to continue and abandon for Björn? Okay, so a meme online is this like millennial soft parenting. Everyone makes fun of it because it's like, it's just bullshit. Like you need to just tell a child off sometimes, but the millennial way is like sitting down, talking to them. How are you feeling? You know, yeah, I think that's probably a balance, but I do remember, I think I was soft parented. Because I remember one time I bit at kindergarten. I think I must have been 3 or 4 years old. This is one of my earliest memories. I bit my friend in the ear because he was super annoying. It was actually his fault completely, obviously. And my dad came to kindergarten. He wouldn't do that normally, obviously. I guess the teachers called my dad. I knew I was in trouble and I knew what I did. You know, it would be the kind of thing where like parents maybe get super angry and they take their kid home or something like that. And I remember my dad just sat down next to me and just talked to me about it. And that was it.
What the heck? Open a new image. They didn't edit it. What the? Okay. Parenting though. I'm not gonna do that. See, go to channel. And you did something that was la 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 la. Bro. ADP is a clickbait. It's Sugar Ray Johnson. We already know. Oh man, the only thing that makes it funny is that thing that's so spicy, bro. Clickbait. Okay. Clickbait and meh. Wait. There we go.
And I think I really appreciated that approach. At least now I do, and I think then as well. Like I knew what I did was bad. I didn't need to be yelled at. You know what I mean? But it was
It'd be good.
Children.
See,
Want
eventually
to break into cybersecurity
you get to be a dad. Depends how you want to become as a dad, you know.
but don't have experience?
If you become a dad.
The Google
Don't get-
Cybersecurity
don't get-
Certificate uses real-world scenarios.
Hey, what's up,
Yes, it's hard as, but I don't know. Like just
Alejandro? Speaking of it, my duties. That's why. There want to be proud of memory. Hi. Right. Hey, get that. What are we doing so long? After they came, I don't know. That's what. I should put the frame. I'll be back on. Oh yeah, this is gonna be funny.
just doing
Yo,
YouTube
while I'm
for
doing
the rest of my.
while I'm making that, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this guy wants me to react to ADP. I told you I'm not doing this shit. Not today, at least. I don't want to because it's Eduo Poggers. Dude. That's what I do. Sometimes these people try to crap for attentions. But I don't think this is the real deal. This guy's just pretending. He's either pretending or he's either helping him. Again, we have a Sugar Ray
My life,
Johnson.
what like I have purpose now. More purpose, bigger
I want
purpose.
to see how I'm sounding too. Try to crap for attentions. But I don't think this is the real deal. This guy's just pretending. He's either pretending or he's either helping him. Right. Again, we have a Sugar Ray
My life,
Johnson.
what like I have purpose now. More purpose, bigger purpose.
I want to see how I'm sounding too. Try to crap for attentions. But I don't think this is the real deal. This guy's just pretending. He's either pretending or he's either helping him. Right. Again, we have a Sugar Ray Johnson.
My life, what like I have purpose.
This fuck is repeats. Yeah. That's what happens. This is why. Oh shit. Oh, I took off the chat, but I still have the chat. Do I have you guys? It's alright. Okay. But I can't see the chat too well from here. Oh wait, here we go. We had 13 views in this whole entire thing. That's amazing. That's the most views I'm getting. But it's also because I'm viewing. I'm looking at it.
日本で子育てをする中でもっとも
You know, this is actual Japanese. Woo! There's people that actually want to learn. Not people who I'm starting to sound crazy. Maybe getting crazy because there's people that I can't believe are unsupportive of your ideas, who don't want to show up, who will deny you for hangouts, who don't. You have to if you want to get something. Okay, let me wear the glasses. Yeah. If you want to do something, you have to dedicate time for it. No one else is gonna do that for you. No one else is gonna come to your house and tell you, you know what? I'm gonna do the work for you for free. If you do, then you have a fucking rich parents or something, or you are set in a position where you can help that person out, or it's always for convenience. Never, ever. It's effort. Effort, guys. Effort. When you put in the effort, you can tell. When you want to change, you can tell. When you stop missing work, you stop missing work. But don't make up excuses. And when you start succeeding in other aspects of life, then you don't need to do certain things. You can switch now to smarter, better things for your life. And it sucks that I still there's people that I like who's stuck into work sections like that. It's sad. Wait, am I got in the call? Yeah, fucking. I need that. I'm just living life, making the best out of this. Not perfect time, but chemical romance. Oh yeah, there's been a lot of concerts I've done.
What's the most difficult thing? Yeah, the language barrier.
The language barrier.
You need a pediatrician, right? And to find one that speaks English near us has been kind of difficult. Emergencies happen. I think it's always kind of scary, like that I don't speak Japanese fluently yet, to the point where it's like, when it's really important, I want to be able to be there for Björn if he needs it. And a lot of times people don't speak English here in Japan, so it's really difficult and scary. And it's a good motivator for me to actually like learn the language better. And I think also like okay, I learned these recently in Japan. In Japan, they have a ton of international schools, a ton of them. They're everywhere. But it's not like international kids are going there. It's for Japanese kids to learn English. International school just means super expensive English lessons for kids. We don't need to pay a ton of money for Björn to learn English. He's not gonna do that anyway, so. What was Björn's first word? Björn's first word was mama, and then he said dada. Now he says papa. His first word was baba. Baba. This is blowing bubbles at him. It's really cute. We have that on video. I can show that. He hasn't really said it yet. He's really in the phase where now he's starting to really pick up words. He's also said lampa one time, which means lamp in Swedish. Increases vocabulary slowly but surely. And yeah, it's amazing to see him speak. It's funny because he understands us. You can ask him questions and he can say, like, you know, he'll tell you if he wants to do something or not. It's really, really cute. So even though he can't really speak, you can still communicate with him, which is again like a thing he couldn't do before. And now he can. And it's like, what? That's incredible. I've simped for my child this entire video. Thank you for watching. I hope maybe that was helpful for people considering ever becoming a parent. You know, there's a lot of things to consider, and maybe now that it doesn't matter, like he doesn't.
Proud of it again. People like that already advancements in life. Not like a lot of BS that we run into nowadays in modern days. We have a lot of things that are not okay. Let's see, this guy's just trolling. Troll. And I can't read. Okay, I can't even read. Oh my goodness.
Doesn't understand
the thing
any
about
of it.
trolls,
I don't have a personal issue having
if they
kid
get
photos of me
annoying,
online. Like that doesn't
there's
matter
one
to
thing
me.
you can do. Don't hesitate. If they're being spamming, if this guy, okay, the only reason that I'm giving him the peace option, because he's not spamming, he's spamming like, okay. Well, he's got to come back like with 70 alternate accounts. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's the only one. See. Oh man. That monkey. Right, let's see. We're still pretty decent. So yeah, we have parents. It's great. What else? Yeah.
I'm going!
They did that. Oh, let's look at some. Look, now I do have the games, and I can play the games. The thing is, if I do that, I'm gonna have to do a bit list. That's the entertaining things. You want audience, you always wanna make a good video, you kinda have to challenge yourself. Oh, this is some worst time of his life. I wanna see what's up with
Looking
Jackie.
to build a chatbot for your
Sector
website? On Fiverr, you can find AI experts who will quickly and easily.
I wanted to come on here and talk a bit more about mental health and specifically some of the struggles that I've gone through in my life as a person, because we have Thankmas coming up on December 6th. Tickets are on sale. You can go get them. And that's partly why I'm here, is to try and promote that and sell more tickets and get more people in and raise more awareness for it so we can raise more money for charity. But also, I wanted to open up the conversation about mental health a bit more and share some of the stuff that I've been through. A lot of times people see other people in positions of success and they think that, oh, they must have it all, or they've achieved success, and I'm struggling quite a bit. But
oh my goodness, there we go. Fresh breath of air. He's talking about something that I can agree with. You know, you see people in positions of power. Okay, I wanna keep hearing this. Because right now there's positions of power and there's positions where you don't have power at all. Where you feel struggle, where you can't even grow. His face reveals it all.
I think a lot of people come to me with their stories about their lives because I've talked about the struggles that I've been through in my life. I don't know, maybe encourage other people to kind of talk about their own struggles, not only in the comments of this video, feel free to vent all you want, like other YouTubers and other people of influence and other people who are in these positions where I think talking about mental health can have huge knock-on effects positively for people. I personally gravitate towards people who are able to be vulnerable, who are able to be open and transparent and honest and talk about the stuff they've been through, but not really let it define who they are as people. And I try and live my life that way as well. I've been going...
Even my closest friends have problems, and I realize that. That's why I don't agree with everything they say. I have to be cold. It's not because I really want. It's not things that. All right, I have to. You have to be straight up with that. You kind of have to be straight up about it because most times they want to make excuse or oh I didn't want this to happen. But then again, a lot of times they let their inner selves, their demons take over, and they start doing things that are not okay, even though they excusify that. They say that, oh well, I can do this and I can do that.
To therapy now for the last...
When you invite, like right now, I'm gonna call him out. I asked if he wanted to hang out. I made plans for today. You say yes, and now no, we can't do that. And that's something that I've been noticing that has been repeated over and over and over and over again. And, eventually I get tired of it. It's not okay. Even that just inspires you to become something else. Do not follow footsteps like that. That's how you create more. When you hear lies, when you hear people backstabbing you because they want to have fun, people do that. People are like that. This is why they can really offend me because sometimes I got aggressive. And honestly, I think they might have been right. How can I let something like that happen? How can I be okay with something like that? You shouldn't be okay with things like that. If you've seen someone shaming you, stand up to them and say, you know what I know what you're doing isn't okay. I talked about it. I noticed that it's harming more people, but when it really hits, when you cross the line, and people do that, unawarely, they don't know that it's wrong. But when they start realizing that whenever they do this, it's usually because they're not in good spots, they're tight spots. I understand that. But do you think that you can solve war with more war? And even I was reading a book about it. Are you gonna bring more war today, or are you gonna bring peace? And that's up to anyone. If you want to do that, you want to be the chaotic one, go ahead. But don't be a fool when you look like a fool by doing things that are not okay. Okay, let's get back into this. Because Jacksepticeye is actually covering some pretty good stuff.
2 years.
It looks like he had a rough time. This is why I'm covering him right now.
Very frequently, like at least once a week. And I think it's had a huge influence on me as a person and trying to view myself differently and trying to go easier on myself and a lot of the struggles that I've been through as a kid and things like that I didn't realize I had gone through. In 2017, I talked about having the worst year of my life and having some of the biggest mental health struggles that I've ever had. And I think mainly I started getting my confidence sort of shook.
Learn software development in as little as 18 weeks. Coding Dojo is a coding boot camp that trains people with no...
Because of different things that had happened that year publicly. In like 2014 to 2016, I think that was probably the biggest years of my career in terms of like growth, relevance, people tuning in, the amount of people who were just so enamored with the Jacksepticeye channel and would just do anything to watch it and come home every day from school and watch it so much, or college or work. I feel like those are probably the golden years of probably just gaming on YouTube.
He was around, and I think I would click into one or two. Remember, was it him who did the? No, it was not YouTuber. It was Markiplier and Jack. So actually the big three words. Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie. First it was PewDiePie. Then I think it was Jack, and then Markiplier. And then we include Cinema Toast Ken. because he also appeared like in PewDiePie's videos. So kind of like the golden four, you know. Where's the five, you know? Where's the guy in the blue? You
in
have the
general.
guy in the green. You have the guy in the red. Would be Markiplier. You have the guy in the yellow. We have a golden boy PewDiePie. Where's the blue? Oh wait. Oh wait. Uh, oh man, does this count? So I gotta be wearing this. All right. Never mind. I think I can fit that description. And blue. It's from the future. Man, goodness. In a wig. I have a lot of things that are blue. Like I think my cap. We'll keep the cap. It's even better. Okay, this is the guy in the blue. Well, because it makes
2017,
sense. I like to play a lot of Sonic. I like to cover content.
I felt like a lot
It
of
would
stuff
have
was starting to shift.
if if it were me, it would have been a Sonic tuber. Like back then, or even like, oh man, things like I watch SMG4. That's another thing that I watch a lot. I have a lot of variety. That's what I mean. I'm so open that I'm willing to explore things. I'm connected like a branch of unlimited potentials because I don't cut off anything. I see everything. But oh, I see everything. Not like that. What I mean is that everything that is posted in front of my eyes, I write a cover. I write cover cases. I write know if it's true. I can get doubtful. I can see why things get done. There's always a truth behind it, and I think that's the case with detectives. Detectives are really good at investigating if something is false or if it can be BS. You know, uh, if anything we want facts. You know, we want not only facts, but we want the truth. And the truth sometimes is scary. Sometimes you can't really share that. You keep that to yourself. And it's more important. Truth is connected to reality because reality is well, people have different realities because they see the world differently. But reality, there is only one, and it's connected to this vast, complex cycle of infinity because people that have taken bad decisions, their realities have shifted a lot from those who stop drinking, who decide. That's why sometimes I was like, you know what, that sounds fun, but I don't want to do that. Okay, okay, let's look at my own channel. Cycle. Okay. Ooh.
And I personally didn't really know what I was doing. And
the only thing is, I don't know a lot of advancement. There's still a lot of things I could study. There's things I can watch. I know there's things I can do better, and we will do better.
Where I was going, and I struggled a lot with my identity. I realized that I was doing YouTube so vigorously for so long that I was starting to get a bit burnt out in it, and I needed to take some more breaks for myself. But in taking breaks, you stop the treadmill that you've been on. A lot of people were watching me because they've just done it all the time, and when you kind of put a stop on that, they realize, oh man, I realized that I don't even want to watch this anymore, and they don't really come back after that. Totally fine. That's how humans work. But for me as a person, I didn't really know how to deal with any of that. I didn't know how to take breaks. I didn't know where I fit in the YouTube landscape anymore. And I was pushing myself through a lot of stuff to just do. I was just doing. And I wasn't happy with my life. I was in a relationship that I wasn't happy with. That was very bad for my mental health. It's done. That relationship's over.
He got addicted to see too much of everything can indeed be harmful. Again, this is why I don't do much of a lot of things. I think I am the opposite. I lack a lot of things. I need to share my ideas because I feel like my mind is always thinking. My mind can't catch a break because it needs to put all this stuff out. This is interesting for you, Jack.
We can move on. I want to be able to talk about things openly without people having to start throwing stones in my defense in any different direction. That's not what this community's ever been about. There was a lot of stuff like that where being in a relationship that was bad for me mentally, being in a position that I was in career-wise that was kind of bad for me mentally, sort of forcing my way through things without thinking.
That's the way how a strategist thinks. Notice the word he uses a lot is position. And that's one of the things I agree with. Look at him. This guy is millions of subscribers. 30 million subscribers. He made videos time over time over time over time. Compared to me, my channel is just barely starting now, I can do something like that.
That was the first time where I ever had to like wrestle with who I was and what was happening with me, and people's sort of opinions and ideas around me changed. And
right now its name is SDK0. Let's customize that. First of all, let's see, SpeedyCon. SpeedyCon. I'm not afraid to show that off anymore. And I'm gonna say 02. And second of all, we're gonna change that profile. What? We have a bunch of it. Downloads. Let's see. What's one interesting profile that I got? Cause I took some AI pics. I don't want AI. I want original. I want human made. Well, AI is interesting. It'll get more interesting in the future. So I might even do that in the future. Check out some things, changes, roadmaps. La, 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 la. Oh man, emulators. Emul, emulat, 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 moshi. That's it. Um, I don't think there's any good pictures. The only ones that I have is this one where I have my heart broken. Oh, let's use that, because I don't have much things that I can say. Upload. Bang. Oh, it's big. Can do that. Okay. Let's go on my drive, man. I can get some good stuff from that. But not that drive. It's not gonna come in Google Drive. You go to Google for that, and then you go to Drive, and then you start seeing that you have some hidden files. Drive it, drive it, drive it, drive it, drive it. Uh, oh. So renew my subscription. It's gonna delete my files by November 18th. Look at this. Woo! Oh man, the chosen one. Mwah! I remember making this card. I need to make more of those Pokemon cards. The final boss. This is like a Pokemon card because there was a boss that he threw me a box, gave me a lot of experience. And I used that and I grew it, and then I'm gonna make more Pokemon cards based on other. Oh man, look at that! That's my friend! I don't know why I have that. There is one that I edited myself. Like me. This guy looks like a Smurf. Female? By the way, I could have branched out to be like that. Um, Look at that. Younger me. Younger pictures of me. First video edits. Oh man, I used to be a totally different guy back in there. And then I lost all the way and I started exploring, hiking, and not too long I even tried killing some connections. Unfortunately, that's not going to go. Look at that. It's funny. Chistoso. Charles Xavier Pose. Um, let's see. I don't have a lot of pictures. I can't do much. I could take a photo, but I'm gonna use this one. I like this one. This one is one of the ones I edited, but I think I like it 'cause it's really cool. It shows the aspect of, oh, it's a hidden character. It's like you're unlocking it, and then eventually, yeah, I will add more into it because I like doing this stuff. There we go. See? Oh my, that works beautiful. Mwah, look at that. Woo! I think I look younger there. Look a bit different. I look like I become from the metaverse. Persona. You guys play Persona. That's how it looks like. We publish. There we go. And let's get raw into the. Show you. break the subscribe button to my channel. Let's get to the content. Let's see. I'm on the live spectrum. Oh, just because I was investigating those one times. People are looking at my videos. We're gonna get shared. Okay. So, oh man, no, not the Calcomelon.
I wanted to come on here and talk a bit more what was happening with me, and people's sort of opinions and ideas around me changed, and it was quite hard for me to figure that out. I'm such a people pleaser person that when any sort of dissent comes my way,
Exactly what I was saying, man. We are different, you know. I too can act like a people pleaser. Sometimes we kinda, and it sucks, you know. The truth is, I want to help everyone too. I'll do that. But I enjoy. See, this is freedom of California. California love. It's one of the most expensive states. Well, that depends how you want to live life. But man, the things you can get into when you become a people pleaser. You have friends you do things for. You have things, situations which they do. They harm you sometimes without even taking notice. And that's why I don't trust. I wish I could trust my friends, but my friends aren't trustworthy because they haven't shown me that. If they did, I would be hanging out with them. If they did, we would be getting big things done. But none of them. They can be too selfish with their desires that they don't do anything that is actually too good. But even I have failed. I'm stopping to fail though right now. That now just by doing a video like this, by making a step that's changing, life changing. I know I don't care at this point, boys. If you ever had some form of disrespect towards my channel, or if you ever feel like you get jealous, that's up to. Oh, hi, what's up? We have a new viewer. Welcome to the chat. We're looking at this. We're taking a look at the case with we're looking at we were looking at PewDiePie. But we're looking at Jacksepticeye because we want to investigate what's actually going on with this situation. Because apparently he had some hard times, worse time of his life.
I have like younger child, neglectful parent, rejection sensitivity. My barriers go up. I start making jokes. I try and figure out why people don't like me, and I have a really hard, or at least I used to have a much harder time with people not liking me. And in 2017, a lot of that came to a head where at the end of the year during Christmas, I was alone. Purposefully, like I could have been around more people if I wanted to be, but I wanted to figure out like, okay, end of the year, I want to know who I am and what I'm doing, and I want to be by myself, and I just want to think and figure things out. I remember especially over the Christmas period, that's usually the time when people are together more, and I wanted to see if I could weather that alone because I realized that I never really tried to be by myself more and kind of like treat myself as a friend. I had never done that before, and like sit by yourself and your own thoughts and see what they were actually saying to you instead of filling it with work and other people. That was probably the roughest time ever because I was trying to fill my time with games, and I was playing a lot of Persona 5, which great game by the way. I was playing that one.
Yeah, I was playing that. I'm actually playing that right now too. It's a really fun game. He's right. Go check it out, guys. Persona 5 all the way.
Point I just paused and I was kind of like sitting there and I bawled my eyes out. I didn't know if people even cared about me. I started thinking about suicide for the first time in my life. I mean, not the first time, but this was the first time that I legitimately thought about it as a thing for me. Like I thought about the act of doing it and everything. And I caught myself in that moment and realized that that's like the first time that that's ever happened. I realized that something's wrong, that I didn't really entertain that for that long, but it was the first time in my life where I was like, would people even miss me if I was gone? And that sort of set off alarm bells in my head that wasn't normal for me. I'd never really thought that as seriously as that before. So that was where the sort of PMA stuff was born from in all of 2018, because that was going to be my mantra, to kind of treat myself better, not sweat smaller things, and try and be a bit more positive towards myself. But I wanted to have sort of a mantra for myself to kind of like help me get through the day and be a bit more optimistic about things, because it's easy to sort of dwell in that negative space and then not know what to do with it. And I definitely got to like my rock bottom. After that, I really made a concerted effort to kind of like figure myself out and
Rock
to
bottom.
work on myself
Rock
and
bottom. I'm
to
sure
try and
that
go easier on
over
myself.
and over, it's really bad, you know. You feel it's a cycle where you feel like things can get endless. You feel like things, oh man, there is something that's going on right now that I am not aware of. Okay. Uh, maybe it's because I'm not clicking on my video. Oh, I'm in my studio, that's why. So if I go to my channel, oh yeah, I have people that have been watching. But
Didn't work. It wasn't until probably last year or this year that I feel like I finally started cutting myself some slack. I've got a much better, healthier relationship with my channel and my work and just my
respectable.
personal life. And I've started to value different things a bit more. But it's still a struggle all the time. I mean, I live here in Brighton and we have some people that we can hang out with, like PJ and Sophie are always around as good friends. But I used to have so many more friends who lived in Brighton, and now they all kind of moved away, which again is fine. They're allowed to do that. But I realized how lonely I started to get, and I watched a video one time talking
Even
about
I
like
get
male
lonely.
loneliness in your
That's how I
30s.
feel sometimes.
And apparently that's a big thing for a lot of men when they hit 30 to kind of like reevaluate their lives. And for me, it definitely was a case of figuring out where I fit in things. Some friendships that I had weren't what I thought they were. They weren't as good as I thought they were. And I felt sort of discarded and devalued as a person. And I'm also someone.
My sister even tells me about that. She's been in that stage too, where, you know, they thought that some of those people were close. And then it's funny because people do actually tell you that. People that are older than you, sometimes they want to tell things to younger people, things that they go, young people don't understand though, because they still haven't gone through those life experiences. Even you can be young and you can still go to life experiences. Anyone can go. I think just the only difference that the older you get, the more. And I speak to a lot of people that are over my age, especially because I'm at work. There's a lot of people over my age.
Who will put the blame entirely on myself for that in those moments, and then just be like, well, clearly there's something wrong with me because more people don't want to hang out with me, or trying to like keep friendships that are online only is very difficult for me because I just don't like doing that. I need that face-to-face personal connection. I think going through COVID, there was a lot of people who were going through the same situation where they were all locked inside and we couldn't go anywhere. And I felt like, oh, we're all sort of going through the same thing, and it made it a bit easier. But after that, when the world started opening up again and everyone was hanging out with each other again, I kind of like sat around and I'm like, I don't have that many like close friendships that I can kind of like lean on to talk to people. And that kind of scared me because then I like lean more into YouTube and you guys as an audience, and that's also not that healthy for me to do. And I still kind of struggle with it. I get pretty lonely like very often,
You know,
and I've started to like notice some of the patterns in like the relationships I have.
I noticed that too. Even I get lonely. That it happens to everyone. Everyone has that one period where you feel like you don't have no one around. This is literally, I'll tell you guys one funny story. I had times where 2020, I guess, I made turkey. I literally had like a family diner. It was a Thanksgiving party. And the thing is that there was no one around me. Like I made a whole turkey. I baked it. It didn't have a lot of flavor though. But the thing is, I put so much time and dedication onto making that turkey dinner. And after that, I never wanted to cook turkey. I got so mad. It's not that I don't want to cook turkey. Sometimes I still feel horrible about that. But it's just that no one was there. I made spatchcock turkey because I was looking into some game theory videos. And you know what? I like turkey. I like to taste turkey, but no one in my household wanted to eat turkey. It's like, wow. This is really sad. So this is what Thanksgiving really is. When you have no one in the table. Hope, but when I have if I ever have a family, I would never want to raise them like that. Never like have a party and have no one. At least if you're gonna give me a family dinner, there has to be connection. If we're gonna get some things like that, you have to be active. I'll do it. Like, hey, we're gonna go out. We're not sitting around. I can't do that right now because right now I'm not owning my life. Right now I'm not like, and he thinks like a strategy. So what I like about Jackson is that he's not in the position for that. He mentioned the word position. It's a really specific word, one that many strategists use, including myself.
With other men, and the kind of like I'm kind of like still seeking out big brothers because I feel like my brothers weren't really there for me as much as I wanted when I was younger. Or like I'm a person who really likes connecting with other people, but I don't have much opportunity to do that in the position that I'm in, like here where I live now. And it takes quite a considerable amount of effort to make it happen, which is also energy that I don't have most of the time, because if you're depressed and you have ADHD, your brain is not really working the way you want it to. I'm also getting a test for autism next week because I'm pretty sure I'm also autistic, which makes it harder for me to kind of like retain friendships, because it could be ADHD as well, but I also feel like I'm a very like out of sight, out of mind, and then it's difficult to describe.
Your mind is out in outer space. I understand that.
But it's a lot of the stuff that I'm doing work on myself for, but in the last couple of years I've opened up some.
But then again, if you look back into history, this wasn't much of a topic back then. Maybe because they didn't pay attention to that. Maybe because sometimes, you gotta realize you can't be part of a group. Sometimes it is okay to be part of the outcast. Not everyone's gonna be in those positions where you think it's. I don't know. I kind of gotten over the whole thing. I've been close to death multiple times. It can happen. You know why? Because no one in Earth talking, and no one makes it out.
Wounds.
But that is pessimistic, right? Like, oh, Sergio, but you're not thinking. Oh, but we can still live. Don't think that way. That's societal. No, I'm being truthful. Tell me, even my boss told me 99% of the people who have, and it was funny. This is a good joke. 99% of people that drink water die. I keep saying, I repeat this joke. I notice this. That's my only thing that I do. I notice. And I told them, well, guess what? 99% of people that drink, who also don't drink water, they still die.
That I
They
didn't know were
laughed at me
there,
hard.
and I've picked at some scabs
It is true.
emotionally to try and like get to
The
the
only thing is,
depths of why I feel certain
if you got yourself in a position where you're screwed, the best thing to do is honestly relax and enjoy the moment. I like meditation now. It's calm. Practices like this. I went ball for a reason. I didn't care. It was so like, oh, you look like a criminal, or people laughed at me because I gave myself a ball cut. But I don't care if I won't ball. I don't care if the people stop admiring me, because I feel like that is very it's like very, as long as you're not doing things where I go bald and I start becoming violent, and yeah, then that's the problem. But no, what did I do? I became bald. I'm wearing like guts right now. I'm being peaceful. People can take that for wrong though. It's not you. It doesn't matter. People have expectations. It's BS. And well, still here now.
things and why I am the way I am. And it's been quite uncomfortable to do that. And sometimes I'll leave therapy and I'll just be so drained that I won't be able to do anything for the rest of the day. I left therapy 2 weeks ago and I was talking about a particularly difficult subject, which again is also difficult for me because sometimes I can't talk about the things publicly because it involves other people that will start turning into something that I don't want it to. And it's very difficult for me to not be able to like be honest and not be truthful and not kind of like speak my mind.
But you know what? That's social media. That's the position. A lot of people put themselves into worse positions is by being in social media, because You share information. Guess what? They use that against you. People know how to control that. People are people. People will be savages. They will be animals. So they will be part of everything. And there are people with no filters, which is good, Honestly, I don't I don't listen to a lot of that stuff anymore. Hold up.
When I'm kind of like, I have to put safety on, or I have to be like dumbed down, or
The only thing that you can do though is study. You gotta show messages. You wanna learn, teach people, focus on something that is productive. That will only lead you to more production. And I think that is good. But the only thing is, I'm not someone who constantly uploads videos. This is my first time doing this. I haven't done this daily, and I think that's a problem with me too. Because I'm not constant. I wanna do great things. I wanna start things, execute a lot of great stuff. But there's just so limited capacity to do that. But eventually, we can get something. I should start a fundraiser. We should start actually doing stuff for it. I don't want to be living in the shadow where have your parents telling you, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that," because because it costs too much money. Oh, because you need permissions. You know what? I don't give a damn. I'm gonna be real. I don't give a damn about that. I'm not. I'm not gonna give up. I never give up when I try to live in my van. But the only thing that I didn't mess up is by I messed up by letting things like that. Okay, I messed up by letting things like that get in my way. Like I messed up by letting like I made choices that turn into worse decisions. But I realized I started noticing that I wasn't setting myself up right. And that's what happened. What ended up happening is that I thought people were gonna be supportive of me, and boom, just like Jacksepticeye, they disappear. Bam, and then there's no one to talk to. Bam, where's all this? Bam, all of that. You want to get this thing done, but now where's ever? Bang, yeah, it's lonely. Bang, I can't say it. Bang, I can't say anything. It happens like that. It really does happen like that. Uh, oh, Flappy Bird remake. Oh, okay. Oh, they want me to react to this game. Maybe I should react to it. I'll take a look at it. The Flappy Bird remake. Okay, I'll look into it once we finish this. I gotta finish this video. We're still like 10 minutes in.
muted a bit. I have a difficult time with that. It's also something I'm trying to like learn to deal with. But when I left therapy like 2 weeks ago, I left and I was like, I think that was a good session. We talked about a lot of good stuff, and I just left and met up with Evelyn afterwards, and I just bawled my eyes out. And it was just like such a release that I like said stuff that I didn't really say out loud before. It just felt really healthy to do that. Like you have to go through a lot of the difficult stuff to kind of come out the other side a bit better. And I'm not saying any of this stuff to sort of paint myself in a victim light, or I'm not trying to like put pity on myself or anything. I think anybody that's watched me for any length of time knows that I don't view myself that way or try not to. I'm talking about this because I'm trying to be as vulnerable as I can be. Show myself warts, blisters and all. I still have a hard time with myself mentally 24/7. My brain is always working, trying to figure out what other people are thinking, overanalyzing other people, overanalyzing myself, picking up everything in my environment all around me all the time. Again, another reason why I'm getting checked for autism. My brain is just so busy all the time that most of the time I have a hard time just getting through the day. As healthy as I'm trying to be and as much better as I am now compared to what I was a few years ago, it's still a struggle, but I've just gotten better at now kind of like knowing my boundaries and my limits, where I can sort of pump the brakes, take some time for myself and just level out instead of overloading myself. And I'm someone who's in a very fortunate position that I can do that. I can wake up someday and be like, I don't want to work today. Not everybody has that. It's very, very difficult to be someone who has mental health problems and you have to go to a 9-to-5 all the time. I can't imagine how difficult that is for some people. As someone who's never really had a 9-to-5 job, I got very lucky with YouTube early on and it worked out and I worked hard at it, but let's face it, I've never really worked a 9-to-5 job like most people have, so it's difficult. And a lot of people just don't want to hear it. There's probably a ton of people who've watched this video now who are kind of like rolling their eyes or turned it off or don't want to hear about it. It's a difficult thing because that permeates everybody. Everybody has mental health struggles. Just some people are better at hiding them. Some people don't want to talk about them. Some people think they don't have them and they just...
Yeah, it is true. Everyone has them. The only thing is, and I think I have one of them. I don't know. Breaking the fourth wall is one of them, boys. See, I'm talking to. It's talking to yourself, pretty much. But it kind of create that atmosphere. The truth is, we sometimes we do that in order to. It's a way to cope with isolation. It's not the best way, but it helps you make decisions throughout the day. But breaking the fourth wall, or maybe I can break the fourth wall with you guys because you guys are watching the video. Maybe you can click that button on the right corner on the bottom of your screen. Give this a like. And oh, okay, hold on. Jack, sorry for this. Let's give it another like. Hit that like button, boys. That's honestly a big number.
Just push through life, but I feel like in this day and age with everything that's going on, the amount of war that's happening in the world, with the amount of election turmoil that's been happening.
There's war, there's things that are going on. There are times I don't even mind with elections anymore. I know that's gonna happen, it's part of existence. It's like history. Who could have prevented people from getting it? No one prevented it. The truth is that kept running. They did do something about that, which is why there's people that are alive right now. But the reality is, it keeps going and doesn't end. It's always a cycle. We've seen that since medieval times. King is fighting for power and stuff like that. And guess what? I learned that we exist in that reality where all of that happens. We're not in space where that isn't going on, when there isn't fights. Maybe there is fights, maybe we just don't see them. Maybe there's things that we don't understand yet. Dimensions where there might be peace until, something breaks out, or either that or galaxy dies out. But people still die. There are different types of beings. Space is infinite. It's close to it. We don't know. We can't have an answer because it's not proven, but we can assume to that conclusion because it's always expanding.
It feels very difficult to kind of like get through your day without being anxious these days. At least for me, I have a hard time doing it, and I'm trying my best to not have that be a thing, but it's just so difficult. I also wanted to say this kind of stuff to relate to other people a bit more, and maybe you can't relate to some of the things I'm talking about because it's very specific to like being a YouTuber. Maybe there are some people who feel what I'm saying, but just to anybody to not have that be a thing who is going through mental health difficulties. And what did it say? In like 1/8 of the world has it, and the way the world is designed and the way the internet is designed and the way algorithms are designed and social media and everything, it's just really hard to not find yourself wading into negativity without realizing you're in it. So I just wanted to...
Yeah, there's always in social media, it doesn't matter. You go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, there is just so much negativity around all of that. It can destroy, man. If you're not someone who can break, who has a power like that right here, even he goes for a lot of that. But I learned to get over it because I know at the end of the day, people are gonna be trolls in there. I trust that. I know the reality that we live in. It's not a nice one. I even got scammed like twice. But guess what? I'm still here. People start complaining. Oh, you look at yourself. You got scammed. Oh, you let yourself do this to you. I hear negativity dealing with all that shit all my time. Even my friends tell me, "Oh, why don't you answer my phone?" And I tell them, "Yeah, I can be wrong. I admit to being wrong sometimes, but I'm aware." And even so, there's people gonna be smarter than you, people that do that. But I don't think, maybe because I don't have that kind of mindset. My mindset is opposite of that of social media. I think there's always solutions. There's always growth. But you know what? It does take effort. There is that sunny side. For that, it's negativity for people that are not productive. All right, let's keep going.
Do this video to kind of like air it all out, say it's okay, it's fine, You're allowed to go through mental health struggles. It's okay to take breaks and time for yourself. It's not selfish. You would be shocked to know how many people are going through the exact same situation as you. There's stuff that I've never really talked about publicly.
Millions of billions of infinity. Even when I drive home, I see people and I have to wonder, do they got problems going on in their life? Did this big amount of traffic, they all got something going on. Everyone, it's so big. It's gotten to me. The fact that we have so many people that I see that, I see the truth for what it is. I don't try to hide it. I don't try to switch it up. I don't try to say maybe it's just my perspective. It's what I'm actually seeing right now. This is the reality we live in. The one that we fabricate, the one that exists, until you switch that, you turn things around. You can even make portals. Who knows?
And I guess it's a good.
And yeah, there's things that are not discovered yet. There's good things. There's so many great bands nowadays. I love this generation, but at the same time, I see its flaws. Each generation had its advantages, the flaws. We have the one with the Great Depression, where I had some of the best foods. I'm not sure, but they also
Time to kind of
were
like
a lot of
mention
poor
some.
people in trains. A lot of homes, economic things were in the lows. And they had the baby movers. They were now on the dates. It was more easy. People could go out, talk to them. Right now, I tried talking to a girl and she never answered me. Like she was the saddest part is that she was like I knew her from elementary. She was one of them. I sent her a message because I want to talk to them. I'm not into it for and people assume that you are. So what ended up happening is that bam, gone. No, they didn't care. They're so sucked up in their own world already that they forget about that. They become a part of society. And guess what? That they can say a lot of things. Sometimes they can end up crying because of it. And it's gonna hurt. It hurts people that if you know you're wrong, that's when it hurts you even more. Even I cry when I'm wrong.
Some things
It's
like
not right.
being in a household that had alcoholism rampant in it. The talk of suicide, the act of suicide, has been around in my family and my town and people I've known. Not only that, but having people in my family point guns at each other and say that they're going to kill someone and then take their own life is something that I thought was so specific to me, and talking about it at therapy and kind of like opening up a bit more about these kinds of things, you realize that, no, it may be a bit more unique, but other people have gone through very, very similar things in their lives.
Yeah, that is, and that's manipulative too. And we were hearing that. It's funny because we were hearing that in earlier cases. I think when I was looking at the markets, or was it afterwards? No, there's people that claim that they want to kill themselves in order to. Oh yeah, it was in a murder case. They do that. That's ways to get you to feel bad. It's connections. See, there's connections here, left and right, and that is not okay. I'm starting to realize that that is a something. I see a pattern. That's what I'm saying. I see a connection with what I looked at earlier and with what's going on right now. It's not saying that it's part of it. There's always different reasons, but I don't know. Maybe we should come to a conclusion with that. The more things we investigate, the better. Yeah.
And it feels good, at least to me, knowing that you're not alone, that you're not broken, that there's something not inherently completely wrong with you that other people will never understand, because they will. There's tons and tons and tons of people, unfortunately, who are going through other stuff as well, but who can understand what you're going through. And especially organizations like Samaritans and Crisis Text Line, they're also there for you if you need help, if you feel like there's no one to turn to. They have qualified people who can talk you through situations, and you may think, oh, I don't want to bother them. Oh, what I'm going through is not as bad as somebody else. Just please do it. If you feel like you need someone to talk to, there is someone out there that can listen. And that's why.
Guys, I recommend you, if you're going through a tough situation, it is true. If you are going through a shitty situation, do the right thing. I said over and over and over. Don't feel, and he's right. Though you shouldn't feel bad about that. You should know if it's actually that, and if you need to act up on it. If it's something, don't do it because you feel. Do it because it's actually gonna get you out of that trouble. Because right now you might be in some trouble you don't even know. Maybe you do know about the trouble, but you don't want to be a ruckus. Don't want to be a disturber. Reality is, if you can get yourself out of that, whatever it is that you're going on, go ahead, take the opportunity to leave that life behind. Set yourself right.
Why we're doing it. It feels like mental health is sort of the backbone of society and community, and it feels like it's being pulled at the seams right now. It feels like the threads are being undone. I'm trying to do something that reinforces the fact that there is positivity still out there, that we can battle through it, that we can wade through the problems of the world. And I've always said it, despite how difficult it may seem, that positivity and progress will always happen under the surface anyway. And I still hold that true. I still think that that's something that's been really important to me and something that kind of like helps me get through the day. So that's kind of it. I don't really know what this video is, but I just wanted to sit down and talk and just kind of like get thoughts out, but also to talk about Thankmas. December 6th, it'll be in person. We'll have 2 shows at the Orpheum Theatre in LA on December 6th. There's an early show and a later show. They'll be slightly different from each other, like they were last year. It will also be streamed, of course, but we have seats to sell, and I would love to see so many people at the show in person, because I'm trying to reinforce that idea of community and coming together and being in the same place as one another and like seeing each other face to face, to talk about something that's been really important to me and something that kind of like helps me get through the theater in LA on December.
Thankmas. Orphan Theater, December 6th. So like a month from now.
We'll have 2 shows at the Orpheum Theatre in LA on December 6th. There's an early show and a later show to talk about Thankmas. December 6th, it'll be in person.
Fortunately, oh man, that's on a Friday. Yeah, from 12 to 3. That one doesn't sound that bad though. This is a good time, you know. If we're able to, yeah. Start from theater.
We'll have 2 shows at the Orpheum.
Depends how you say yourself. If you're a strategist like me, you know, you can find ways. There's things that you do excuse you, or there's things that, yeah.
Theater in LA on December 6th. There's an early show and a later show. They'll be slightly different from each other, like they were last year. It will also be streamed, of course, but we have seats to sell, and I would love to see so many people at the show in person, because I'm trying to reinforce that idea of community and coming together and being in the same place as one another and like seeing each other face to face and not just dealing with each other on the internet all the time, I think is a really big thing for this current climate that we're in. And I care very, very deeply about mental health, and I always have. I want to reinforce that. I want to raise awareness for it. I want to try and raise as much money as we can for it, to train more counselors for both of these organizations and just try and make the world just that tiny bit better. We've raised $26 million, and I'm hoping that we can push it over 30 for Thankmas this year. And I think that goal is very achievable, and I can't wait to see what we're able to do as a community together, but not only ours, but everybody's. You can also sign up to do Thankmas yourself, any of your communities. If you go to thankmas.tiltify.com, it'll be in the description. You can sign up and make a page for yourself. Other YouTubers can do it if you're watching this. Other streamers can do it. It doesn't matter your size. It doesn't matter how much you want to raise. It's all going towards the same cause. So please go out, spread the word. Let people know that Thankmas is not only happening, that you can watch it and raise money for it, that you can join in and raise money for it if you want to with your own communities. You can come and see the show live if you want to with your friends or on your own. There will be tons of people that you can make friends with. Just please spread the word that it's happening. I want more people to know about that it's going on. And I feel like whenever these things...
Well, boys, YouTubers, now that I have joined the thing where we actually start sharing that, there you go. He's going to be doing that. You guys have all this information. Sam, Lord Thug. Wait. Let's check this out. Let's check out this. Oh, it's other YouTubers. You guys are interesting. Okay. Well, he's telling me to check out Flappy Bird remake. So this is interesting though.
But
Is it you got a
It's
chance to meet new people, and I know I still need to meet new people. And I honestly think events like that, that's why I like to do participate. I not too long ago I dressed up like Sonic. I'll make the video. We're gonna maybe we might edit it here. Okay, so okay, let's go to let's see, Flappy Bird remake. Let's see, because I heard Template University. A 10-year hiatus. So, can I play it through here though? Or do I kind of have to do that? Could it be this one? Wait, do you guys have a link to that? Yeah. Um, live stream. Let's say a lot of streamers have played it. Oh, hey, you guys can publish it. I can see what it is that you want me to check out, like the streams. I'm into it right now. I am reacting to stuff right now. Oh, like the Captain America thing. We have Marvel news too, you know. We have a lot of interesting things. Which I think I should split the corners of my channels, you know. There's a lot of things that are gonna be on my channel. There's a lot of things that I still haven't published. But I do want to check that out. First of all, let's look for this Flappy Bird remake. It is for fun. I'm not even doing this. This is not it, is it? Okay. Where is this at?
Akamai's making life better for billions of people, trillions of times a day, by
They're
building
back.
an affordable.
They're back. Where is this?
The latest gaming sensation, Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Off social media.
It's back. Where is it? Where can I find you? Join the vlog and Twitter. Of course, we're gonna have to access the worst website in the. We're gonna have to access X. Okay, I'm coming in. I'm logging in. I'm really looking for this Flappy Bird thing. Damn. I don't post anything, just to let you guys know. I do. Maybe I will in the future, but I'm looking for this Flappy Bird. It's this one, isn't it? Flappy Bird vlog. Is it this? You and Hmm. Okay. Let's ask Reddit. Flappy Bird remake. Reddit. I don't trust it. Okay. Okay. I can move again. The flap token. Oh my goodness. Oh no. This is NFTs. Oh no. Oh yeah, I wouldn't support crypto. Non-fungible tokens, that were free would be potential with our attempts. The other thing I wouldn't pay anything for that. I'm a free to play player. Hmm. It's not this one, is it? I'm still playing the original. Bang. I wish I knew where this. I wish I knew where this was, but I don't know where to find that. Um. hmm. So we'll get back to reactions. I guess trailers.
If you want to lead a team and get a promotion like this, how you communicate with team members is extremely important. I can't control.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of the new trailer for Captain America Brave New World that played at D23 Brazil. And let's go! We got stunning new shots of Sam Wilson's suit in action.
If you're clicking on this, spoiler alert.
In an aerial battle above the giant celestial corpse of Tiamat, as well as Harrison Ford Thaddeus Ross as Red Hulk, and a confirmation that this guy cooks. And really, we just gotta talk about the incredible trailer editing that makes this film look a lot better than the concerning rumors we've been hearing from test screenings. Let's break down everything you missed in this trailer. And the best way to support New Rockstars is to grab a great holiday gift option from nerdright.shop. We got some great Brave New World inspired designs like Shield Smash, as well as our new Smash Up shirt. Get one of these, support New Rockstars, and get that special nerd in your life something for Christmas. Let's get started.
You asked for me. Here I am. You want to help me? Is there anything you remember?
All right, we opened with Sam Wilson meeting Isaiah Bradley after Isaiah has been taken into custody following the incident at the White House summit where a photo flash, it seems, triggers a Manchurian candidate-style brainwash effect in Isaiah and others in the vicinity to attack President Thaddeus Ross. Carl Lumbly, who returns as Isaiah in this film after playing the character with incredible weary rage in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, brings that same idiosyncratic performance back here with little twitches in his mouth and jaw in the opening seconds of the trailer. We are seeing an old man struggling to control his own muscle functions even. After years of imprisonment by the US government, after he went rightfully rogue as the Black Captain America, he feels like he has never truly owned his own instrument. So what caused him to act this way? Well, it seems like it was a mixture of effects, maybe some audio effect, but also just a photo flash from this photographer. And we saw this guy in the previous trailer, specifically his green hand on the camera. This is likely Tim Blake Nelson as the leader, returning from the 2008 Incredible Hulk film, now in a more comic accurate form, meaning some distinctive green skin and probably some headgear that covers what will be an enlarged head. So that is one visual that they are not showing us yet in any trailer footage, and I'm getting a little worried that it might be because of some MODOK-esque Uncanny Valley VFX design. But upon the camera flash here at the White House, there's an insert of this other location with a lighting apparatus that's wired up in an enclosed room. On the right in the background, you can see some personnel pages of two other men. We see more of this location later in the trailer, and it's some kind of bunker that Sam and Joaquin find with a classic crazy news clipping wall and the words "Reset Ross, Reset America." Actually, you can see that lighting device on the left side of this shot. And I think the shot of the lighting device in this part of the trailer, one of those personnel pages in the background, is that Navy captain who President Ross punches in later in the trailer. This must be the hideout of Samuel Stearns, the leader. This could be where he kidnaps and brainwashes these people and then just releases them into these sensitive areas. But I also think there might be more going on here than we think. On to the next clip.
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
All right, we see the north lawn of the White House with the Washington Monument visible behind it and a full moon in the sky. And yes, now this week, it's a bit interesting timing to hear an announcer introduce the President of the United States. We did just complete a presidential election last week. And yeah, this movie is coming out 3 weeks after Inauguration Day. And there are going to be all kinds of hot takes and insane connections people are going to draw. So I think we're just going to have to brace for art to reflect life a little bit. Specifically what happens when you got a president who can get away with freaking.
We lost a Hulk because we don't have the Bruce Banner. You know, we got the Professor Hulk with the brains and brawn, but now we got this guy. We have the freaking Thunderbolt Ross. It looks like he's ready to spit fire with that. It looks like he might take a different approach where he's more aggressive though. Okay. Oh, smash! Okay. Let me go to my dashboard. Is it still recording? Yeah, I'm still here. Oh.
Anything. Isaiah sits beside Sam and Joaquin. Joaquin is also returning from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He's now stepping into Sam's role as the new MCU Falcon, but Isaiah gets up and attacks a Secret Service agent. You can see the star badge on the agent's lapel and then launches this poor guy into a window. Now, on the glass here, you can see a world map that surrounds President Ross, and we learned from the version of this footage shown at San Diego Comic-Con last summer that Ross called this summit to announce the discovery of a new element called adamantium, and they found it in what they call this celestial island, which is the world's name for Tiamat's corpse in the Indian Ocean that arose from the core of the planet in the Eternals film. While President Ross says he wants to share the adamantium resource with his global allies, notably the Japanese who seem to initially discover it, it sounds like things are going to fall into an armed conflict between these nations for the valuable metal. Now, why would Japan imperialistically expand to the Indian Ocean? Well, it's because, you know, Disney wants this movie to distribute in China and can't have China be the antagonistic rival to the United States in this movie. But we see Isaiah Bradley arrested by the reflection pool, which is a sadly ironic place to be brought down for a veteran like him.
Welcome to the San Diego Workforce Partnership, where you can get the career you've always wanted through our UC San Diego.
tells Sam, whatever this is, Cap, be careful. And I love hearing Sam being called Cap, especially by Isaiah, the man who really should have had that nickname for decades. So why is Samuel Stearns brainwashing people to attack the president? Does he want global instability? Does he not want Ross or Ross's allies to get the adamantium? Or is this simply a matter of trying to break out this president to take some drastic measures to maybe raise the temperature and something he had already put in his blood from years in the past, to turn the guy into Red Hulk, to draw the beast out? I'll get to more of this theory a bit later in this breakdown.
What do we know?
There were 5 shooters. This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
I was a wartime general. Now I'm a wartime president.
Okay, there's this wide shot of Washington, D.C., the Capitol Dome, the Washington Monument, and the Lincoln Memorial, which, yes, were architecturally designed to be in a straight line. And then a cool editing effect here. A black line drops directly down the center of the frame, dividing it into a split screen where the editing kind of shows us different but related shots. You could interpret this as kind of the president being divided between competing interests, kind of living in 2 different worlds, listening to 2 different sides of the debate. Like this line forms over President Ross as he's alone in the Oval Office with the lights turned off, looking out the window. We see the reverse side of the shot from outside the window in a shot where he's split screened with Sam later in the trailer. Meanwhile, we hear audio coming from this briefing in a situation room from Ruth Bat Saraf, played by Shira Haas. Now in the comics, Ruth Bat Saraf is the superhero Sabra. Here in this movie, she is described as a former Black Widow agent turned into a high-ranking US government official. But again, I just really appreciate the split screen editing here because we see Ruth to the right of President Ross, and at the table on the left side, it's filled with at least 5 other smiling advisors, but then with a snap, they're all gone. And it's just Ruth alone with the president as she tells President Ross that this was a coordinated terrorist attack. So from this editing, at first I'm thinking, wait, a snap? And then half the room disappears? Does it not remind you of something from MCU past? But really, I just think this shows Ruth's particular influence on the president here. And we have to wonder, how did a former Black Widow agent get that close to the president? And then we see another split screen on the left, some control officers on a US Navy vessel with screens showing aircraft in the area. And I think these 2 circles are the main part of the celestial island, Tiamat's head, and then the second circle, lower down, must be the part with his cresting hands and fingers. Then on the right of the split screen is a close-up of the back of Giancarlo Esposito's character, showing his patch reading Serpent Society, showing a skull with a snake winding through the eye holes. So Giancarlo Esposito is confirmed to play Seth Volker, aka Sidewinder, leader of the 1980s snake-themed supervillain group to Captain America, the Serpent Society, later known as Serpent Solutions. Comics writer Mark Grunwald created the Serpent Society to symbolize trade unions, or specifically the way trade unions were looked at in the 80s. And I never really understood why Mark Grunwald said that, especially since arguably the best presidents in this country have fought for the working man. But anyway, next on the left, President Ross stands before a grave with the Washington, D.C. cherry blossom behind it, and behind him is a woman who could be either Liv Tyler as Betty Ross, who we know is going to be in this movie, or Kosa Roquemore as her Secret Service agent character. The grave headstone reads Moore. Now, in Marvel, there is Nate Moore, part of Kevin Feige's brain trust at Marvel Studios and the executive producer on this film. But within the universe, Moore was also the name of the communications officer played by Danny Pudi in Captain America Winter Soldier. But the cherry blossom is going to play a big role in this film, not just visually to add a splash of color to the film, as it will release in peak cherry blossom season in the DC area, but cherry blossoms were gifts from Japan to the United States in 1912. So in addition to a colorful Eastern-influenced floral backdrop reminding us of the Oracle Dome battle in Iron Man 2, it also just recalls the US-Japanese conflict of this film. The US 5th Fleet fires rockets in this skirmish with Japanese aerial forces over Celestial Island. As President Ross says, he was a wartime general, now a wartime president. Now, just a bit of background, Thaddeus Ross did fight in Vietnam, but by wartime general, I assume he's referring to his time as a general during the events of the Incredible Hulk film, the war being the war against the Hulk and his attempt to resurrect the Super Soldier program. So Hulks have always been on the brain for this guy. Now, we've given lots of speculation that this film could be partly adapting the World War Hulk's storyline, but I want to make something clear. There are actually 2 different Marvel storylines that often get mixed up here. There's World War Hulk, that's the 2007 storyline in which Hulk returns to Earth after being tricked into leaving the planet by the Illuminati and gets violent revenge on the Marvel heroes. World War Hulks is the longer storyline from 2010 that involves Hulk and Red Hulk, the hulked out heroes, and the intelligentsia, which includes the leader. So World War Hulks, with Ross becoming Red Hulk in this movie, seems to be the direction that they're going in. All right, on to the next clip.
Your inner circle's been compromised. Let me fix it. Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not.
Alright, while we see the rockets fly and separate shots of SUVs exploding, I suspect from a different Serpent Society sequence, we see Sam Wilson walking through the prison where he was talking to Isaiah, and I'm pretty sure this is the Raft. That's a superhero prison from Captain America Civil War, where half the Avengers were detained. Sam pushes past a secure vault door and shoves some Secret Service agents. Whoa, dude! Did Sam take the substance? In The Falcon the Winter Soldier, Sam did not take Super Soldier Serum, but now his fearlessness, his physical posturing, is that of a guy who isn't that worried about getting laid out. I'm feeling the same when he faces Red Hulk. Or maybe just Sam is out of fucks to give. There are a few different ways to take the exchange with Ross. You're not Steve Rogers. I'm not. Like, obviously Sam is just saying I'm a different Cap in all kinds of ways. But I think President Ross means the line with the implication of you're not a super soldier. All right.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief. Minimum payments.
On to the next clip.
Wait for it.
All right, so Sam wears two different Cap suits in the trailer. The later one that he will be wearing in the final battle amidst the DC cherry blossoms has red, white, and blue wings and two detachable drones. Now, Sam's original drone as Falcon was named Redwing after his bird in the comics. So maybe these two might continue with the trend and be like White Wing, Blue Wing. You know, I guess it'd be kind of a goofy, overly patriotic thing for him to do. But I feel like these new wings must be made out of adamantium, because how or why else would Sam upgrade from a Wakandan vibranium suit? Because the suit he wears in the other shots that seem to be from the earlier part of the movie with the white shoulders and the headgear, this is a vibranium suit made for him by the Wakandans in The Falcon the Winter Soldier, the one that he ended that series with. Now we see that suit has a high altitude helmet, which must remind Sam from his time as an Air Force test pilot wearing the winged exoskeleton suit, and he uses this helmet as he speeds to the ground of this compound and uses the delayed shockwave from the landing to knock back the guards. He says,
"Wait for it."
Wait for it. Ah, forgive me, but Sam Wilson is a guy who had to talk less, smile more, and had to wait his turn to barge into the room where it happens. Now, there has been some griping about the VFX of this shot. Like, why is there no impact crater or cracks when Sam lands with what must be meteorite-level momentum? Why do his helmet and wings look so weirdly fluid and just a little too animated? Why doesn't his body implode into mush? Well, for one, it kind of looks like his left angle bends in a weird way that makes me look away when watching NFL injuries like this, but really I think what we are seeing is, like it or not, the maddening MCU magic of vibranium. Remember, the Wakandans made this suit out of vibranium, and vibranium is known to be able to absorb kinetic energy and then redeploy that energy as a weaponized blast. So rather than unleash that energy into the ground to form a crater, Sam's suit just kind of absorbs it all and stores it. But that also means that the artists who worked on this were probably instructed that Sam's helmet for this shot has nanotech and has to kind of melt away, similar to the masks of T'Challa and Killmonger and Shuri in the Black Panther films. Now, when we watched Black Panther in those films and in Infinity War and Endgame, I think viewers gave it a pass because Wakandan technology needs to look sleeker and more fluid and futuristic. It's just out of the context of Wakanda. It's just not what viewers are accustomed to seeing with the military-grade hardware used by the Avengers, at least before Tony Stark adopted the Mark 50 nanotech armor in Infinity War. I don't mind the nanotech melt back that much, but I will admit there is something off about Sam wearing goggles/sunglasses under the vibranium nanotech helmet. Like, were they part of the nanotech, or was he like wearing that and then he had an additional helmet eyepiece covering it? I also don't know why he wouldn't leave the helmet on if he was facing armed guards who could immediately shoot him in the face. Like, if you got a vibranium suit, my man, leave the helmet on. I don't know. I think they need to start the movie with Sam wearing the suit and then show him upgrade to a new suit in the final act. And so this isn't going to be the forever suit he has in the movie. In movie suit upgrades is kind of a common pattern for Marvel movies. Like, anytime Tony Stark starts the movie with an Iron Man suit, it's usually a different suit that he has at the end of the movie. This video was sponsored by Seed. Click the link in the description and use code NewRockstars25 for 25% off Seed's DS01 Daily Symbiotic. And trust me, you're more regular, just ship in the Indian Ocean, watching American and Japanese fighters dogfighting overhead, and I love the point of view and the scale of the shot. Like, we can tell there's something weird about the light in the sky here, but we don't really realize what it is until we pan to the left and we see one of Tiamat's giant marble fingers towering over us. And on the right side of the frame, a silhouette line is visible through the haze, but it's just kind of hard to make out areas. Like this hostile aircraft. Okay, the trailer ends with Sam.
It's been like 160. I've done that double the time. But I hope you guys like this content. I'll keep making more. Yeah, just see me whatever you guys recommend. I'll check it out. I'm looking at this. Chat's last. Nothing too crazy. Of course.